Tehran, November 4, 1979. It was a crisp morning, just like any other. But by the afternoon, the world would be watching Iran, not for its revolution, not for its oil, but for a political storm that would change U.S.-Middle East relations forever. This is the story of the 1979 Iran hostage crisis, a 444-day ordeal that stunned the world, broke a presidency, and left scars that still haven't fully healed. The roots of the crisis didn't begin in 1979, but decades earlier. In 1953, the CIA and British intelligence orchestrated a coup in Iran, toppling the democratically elected Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh. His crime? Nationalizing Iran's oil. The U.S. installed Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi, the Shah, as ruler. Lavish, Western-backed, and brutally authoritarian. While he pushed modernization, behind the scenes, his regime used torture, censorship, and fear to maintain control. By the 1970s, Iran was boiling beneath the surface. In exile, a fiery cleric named Ruhollah Khomeini was stirring dissent through cassette tapes smuggled across Iran. By early 1979, the dam broke. Millions took to the streets. The Shah fled Iran. Khomeini returned in triumph. The Islamic Revolution was born. America had lost its closest ally in the region. And worse, had become the enemy in the eyes of the revolutionaries. Then, the final spark. On November 4, 1979, hundreds of Iranian students stormed the U.S. Embassy in Tehran. They took 66 Americans hostage, accusing them of espionage. The Shah had been admitted to the U.S. for medical treatment, but to the Iranians, it felt like a betrayal. They demanded his return for trial. Blindfolds. Shouting. Fear. Embassy workers were paraded before cameras. The world watched, stunned. Soon, 13 hostages were released, mostly women and African Americans, seen as oppressed groups. But 52 remained. For 444 days, they would be held in captivity. U.S. President Jimmy Carter was thrust into crisis mode. Economic problems, political pressure, and now, Americans held hostage. Negotiations stalled. Emotions ran high. Then came the boldest move of the crisis. Operation Eagle Claw, a secret rescue mission in April 1980. But disaster struck in the Iranian desert. Helicopters failed. A sandstorm hit. 8 American servicemen died in a fiery crash. The mission failed. And Carter's presidency took a blow it wouldn't recover from. Behind closed doors, negotiations resumed, slow, painful, and secretive. Algeria acted as mediator between Iran and the U.S. Iran had its own struggles. Iraq invaded. Khomeini needed stability. And the Shah? He had died in exile. Finally, on January 20, 1981, just minutes after Ronald Reagan was sworn in as president, the hostages were released. Day 444. Freedom. But at a cost. The hostage crisis shattered U.S.-Iran relations, and they've never truly recovered. For America, it was a moment of humiliation and awakening. For Iran, a message of defiance. And for the hostages, a memory of fear, survival, and resilience. The crisis reshaped the Middle East, global politics, and the power of revolutionary ideology. History is not just written in treaties or speeches. Sometimes, it's written in blindfolds, tears, and silence, in 444 days of waiting. This was the 1979 Iran hostage crisis.